Hello everyone, welcome back to Napoleon Total War. Yes, the Peninsula campaign, and as you can see, things aren't too bad. We've got a little bit of fun and games going on over here, and we've lost these central areas. So we are in the process of trying to capture them back from the dastardly French. And you'll be pleased to know, as you can probably hear, my voice is significantly better now. So I'm sort of at the back end of the cold, and in that regard, it's a lot easier. So let's see what's going on, because this is where Old Nosy is at the moment, and he's got a pretty small army, but we are looking to reinforce that army with a few other numbers. So you can see here another sort of, this is Car Beresford, who's our other main army. Now, he's been down and sort of dealt with problems down there, but we're sort of leaving him there right now. We probably should send him over to there to take back that area and sort of try and capture this central area back again. Now, there's this area here where we've got, this is like trying to protect this Sevilla area. We've just got a small little army there just to act as a sort of visibility army, so we can sort of keep an eye on what's going on. Now, the problem is the fact that we need to get reinforcements over to him, over to the nose, as quickly as possible. We also need to deal with the armies that are in the central area of Spain. So what I'm thinking is we probably should look at getting that first. Now, the advantage of that, and maybe even that one, I mean, let's have a look. Yeah, we do have spies, I think, in there, so... Yeah, or a provocateur, in fact. So, if we look at this... It's, I don't know, it's difficult really. Let's go and see if we can find our spies. So, we've got a spy down here. Now, he was one of the guys who was moved up earlier. And as you can see, this particular area, La Mancha, is very, very unprotected. Now, what we will try and do is, let's see where that midpoint is there. Let's send him down to here. And what we're going to do is we're going to send him to infiltrate so we can get some intelligence on what's in there, as you can see. Not a big army, which means it's an opportunity for Car Beresford to go between the two Spanish armies here and make a beeline straight for that lot. Now you can see his army is relatively good strength. You can see the numbers coming back and all the rest of it. So what I think we'll do then is we'll focus him on there. Now that's going to be 2 turns to get to there. Now, over here, you can see we do have money, but what we really need to do is build up this guy and his numbers. But unfortunately, you can see that you can't really build a lot here at the moment. And this is the problem that we've got, and that's part of it, because they've set fire to that. So why don't we repair that first? Because once we repair that, then we'll be in a position to actually improve things. And you can see we're actually building better roads to give us more speed when it comes to moving around. Now let's look here. This will be a musket manufacturer, and that will give us additional recruitment capacity and other bits and bobs in that area. So we'll put that in there as well to aid there, because the trouble is, by moving my army this way, because I've only got 2 armies, because that's all I can afford at the moment, but 2 full stackers essentially. Well, nearly full stackers anyway. But it means until I start getting more territory, I can't really expand to more armies. That's the problem that I'm having at the moment. So that's the direction I'm sort of looking to go at the moment. So let's see. Let's have a look at our... So you're going to have 1733. That's going to be fine. Alignment anti-French. And you can see that the good thing is I haven't needed to raise the tax levels too much. Now, public order is reasonably low there. One thing I do need to do is I need to go through all of my regions and make sure that everyone is being taxed. Because that's going to be very important, because obviously I would have exempted them from tax in order to keep the general unhappiness down. So, in that regard, it's not too bad. So you can see, you know, here are all the various sort of areas that we're looking to go, and there's Portugal down there, and so those two are held by French and Spanish, stuff like that. It's Spain, French Empire. So it's those two is what I want to get, so I form a barrier there. Because what I was looking to go is up and over the top here, and maybe down the side to try and deny the French any kind of port support and the ability to replenish their troops, because then if we can lock them in the centre, then we're on a good thing. But with that more territory, hopefully becomes the ability to raise more armies. So let's end the turn and see what those dastardly French are going to do. Well, they're doing something. I think they've gone after Nosy. And we've had an enemy raid there. It's our gunsmith. Okay. Let's repair that. Now, what can we do with Nosy? Right, see, look, militia and line infantry. See, we're going to have... See, their morale is 10. Their morale is 10. So it's not that different, actually. What we might do then is... Because we can get a reasonable amount, let's get 3. So that'll bolster that army just a little bit. Meanwhile, all these numbers are replenishing. He doesn't have many cannons, and that's a little bit of a worry. And so what we consider maybe is putting a barracks in there, because then that can start building additional bits and pieces. But a barracks is going to be 750, so we'll stay off that for the moment. We'll just get additional troops in there and let him hold that point. Now, we got some more forces here, and these guys are set to go and help out Nosy, so that should help us out in that regard as well. You can see these numbers here. These were put in as a defence force basically, but we've also got this lovely army here from our ally to assist us. So let's see. Let's get our guy into there first, and then make sure that we are fully up to speed on that army that's in there. And then we can send Mr. Card Beresford to there. Now, there's a good chance that what we'll need to do is attack him first to wipe him out so that he can't go in and reinforce that army. So, that's the plan there. Now, we can't recruit anything more. We've got cannon, so that means more cannon going over there. So I have been kind of working on that, as at the moment, obviously, this sort of area here is a pretty good sort of recruitment area, even though technically speaking Gibraltar is the best place. But because of the lack of money and things like that, I haven't really worried about a navy. I had to sort of cut back quite a few things because I ran out of money quite early on in the campaign. So let's see what we've got here. The enemy raid we've dealt with. Recruitment reports, yeah, those guys have now moved. And then obviously building clearances in Grenada means that that will help us generate more money. So plus 200 wealth. So it means that, you know, I mean, you can see that's gone down because I've ordered more troops, but it's not gone down by a significant amount. So it means that we're offsetting any of those costs that we're doing, and it's making things a little bit easier. So what we'll do is we'll close that and we'll find out what's going on. Let's see. Yeah, I think there's nothing else I can do under the circumstances except for attack this army here and leave it at that. See what the French do. That's interesting. Oh, hello. Now that's very interesting because they've raided that port. Now, I could conceivably send that army there, but then it leaves that army susceptible, or that area susceptible to being taken over, which I don't really want to do. Let's get these guys into here. Now, obviously, because we've upgraded the roads, it means that their speed is significantly altered. His port is blocked. Now it looks like, have they restored that? No, I don't think they have, but there's an enemy raid in Cartagena. Okay, so we won't worry about that at the moment. Traitor's been gained. Aston leak. We've sprung a leak. America! No, Mercia. And then some units have been recruited here, which will help bolster Nosey's army as well. So that's good as well. So I'm pleased about that. Now, let's have a look at construction. What I think we might do is if we build a barracks, then we don't have to worry about reinforcing numbers here. We can literally just reinforce on this corner of the peninsula, and that will be a helpful thing in my opinion. So what we'll do then is we'll make Mr. Carr Beresford go in for a quick punch up. Right, let's see what we can recruit here. See, there's nothing really. I would really like to get foot line infantry, but I don't have enough money, so we'll leave that. But the good thing is, you know, like, kind of, sort of having recruitment areas there, recruitment area there, recruitment area there, and then I can just sort of move as a line all the way across and then up towards the edges of France. So that would be advantageous, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Anyway, let's attack this. There we go. So he's got 3,484. I've got 5,000. Now, they would surrender. No, they're not willing to surrender. They'd surrender in 4 turns. So, I think it's... yeah, I think we're called for a punch-up. So, let's see how the battle is going to be laid out here. See what kind of thing we're going to get. And see how... ah, so it's relatively okay. Look, we got some sort of earthenworks and things of that nature around there. So, we'll see how that turns out. They seem quite open in that particular area, so we may have a slight advantage. I'm not sure if these are earthworks, but we'll find out once we actually get onto the map. So we shall just wait and see. Interesting. Ink. Yay. More maps. So. Probably a war diary up there as well. And it's rain. Of course it's raining. Right, so now what I'm thinking here is to get the cannon on top of that hill. Because that is an awesome hill. And I would very much like to have the guys on top of that hill. Now, these guys here, they are both light troops, so we'll put them into their light formation. And then what we'll do is...
this weather, sir. Wet powder makes misfires a certainty.
I'm sure it does. So we'll create that there. And then behind them, we'll create 3 regiments. Going like that. That looks alright. Yeah, that looks okay. So we'll call them number 2. And then we'll group up the artillery. We've got 9-pounder, 9-pounder, and 6-pounder. We'll make them group 1. Okay, so we have horses, clippity-clops on one side, which we'll put over the side of the hill. We'll go to our opposing clippity-clops on the other side and put them there. And then, let's see, what I will need is obviously once the artillery gets up there, I think I'm going to need... yeah, what I'll do is I'll take these 2 and I'll use them for artillery protection. So we'll have one there and one there, and then they'll basically go to the other side of the hill and they'll protect them from any cavalry charges. So let's see what's over here. We'll have another section of 3 regiments on the right, and then we've obviously got these regiments at the back here. What we might do, put 3 regiments here and then keep a regiment back as reserve. next to the general. I think that's a good way to go. Let's get underway. Let's get the cannons up. And let's get these guys into position. Let's get them running. So what we'll do is we'll move our armed forces up. Let's increase the size of the map. You see they do have cannon in the centre there. What we'll do also is we'll move our cavalry to that side, and then this cavalry up to there. Get the regiments moving up as well. Get those guys there to move up on that side, so we're kind of closing them in as best we can. So at this current moment they've not deployed their artillery, which is interesting. Okay, but they've got a shit can of artillery there. That's going to be a problem for me. Going to do damage to my boys. In fact, can we get the cannon even closer? Let's move them to there. Put them there. Put them there. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll take number 2 and move up. They're already moving. They're moving with speed. Not sure why they're galloping that way when they should be going that way. Supposed to be galloping this way, you fools. Never mind. Pathing for the win. Now, let's see over here. Let's check on our artillery. Are they in place? Yes, they are. So they can now disassemble and mark, get themselves set up. So let's see. The cavalry continues. When you guys running? Here we go. Nice hill for the boys to fire from. Now, what is the effective range? Are they in range? A little bit out. But it means that they can still engage some of them. Now, what's going on over here? Interesting. And we get these guys who are moving up the side. What are these guys doing? So they're standing in front of their cannons, which is always a good move. Oh, excellent, excellent. We're taking out some of their cannons. And it's these boys in the centre who are taking some of the hits, which is always going to be the problem. So, let's move them up. Now, what we can maybe do is move these guys in the back now. And get these guys to also move into the back here. Maybe sort of this wooded area there. Right, let's get these boys moved up as well. Get them, if we move them up to about here, I think, then that'll be a good position to sort of outflank and move in against the French on that side. Unfortunately, these guys are taking the majority of the artillery fire, and that's going to be a problem. So these regiments are still moving up. So we'll move them up to about there as well, I think. Come on, guys, keep firing. Keep killing them, please. What I might do, actually, is move them right up to here, so that they are protected by the buildings from that artillery. Now, you can see here, the problem is the French have got their cavalry, or their artillery, their men, right in front of it to protect it, which is smart, really. So yeah, they're moving to there. These guys moving up to here. Let's run them into that position. Right, now what I'm wondering, is it worth trying to move my cannons up more? Because if I look at my 6-pound artillery, what's their range? It's not much, is it? No, it's because I'm looking at the wrong... Oh, you idiot. Doh. So that's where the 6-pound artillery ends, yeah, so let's move them up. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our lads, and we're going to move them up to this hill here. So they're on limber. We'll move these guys up to here. And these guys up to here. So those guys are now protected by those buildings. And then what we'll do is we'll move these guys up to there. Well, the good thing is they have no options there. That's a militia garrison. So I think we're going to claim first blood with my cav. It could be a problem because they do have a lot of militia there. But it means if we can actually do some kind of damage to them, that will be helpful. And then we can use this cavalry here to hit those guys from the rear. There's a militia garrison as well, so they're not going to take kindly to that. There's a lot of militia in there. There we go. Bowling for Frenchmen. How lovely. Get you out of there. Come on, boys. Get the hell out of Dodge. Do not want to get caught by those guys. Hello, fellas. Having a good day, a militia party. So I pulled those guys back because I don't want to lose too many of them, because they had a bigger force closing in as well there. So we can always go back and recharge if need be. Makes me sound like a credit card company. So let's see, if we move in these guys here on the edge, and these guys now have arrived, so we can start actually moving them in on here. So how are those guys getting on? So they're winning the current combat, but they're getting reinforcements. So I need to pull those guys back. How are those guys looking? So they're losing pretty bad right now. So let's pull those guys back now, I think. And we'll keep the cavalry here, I think. Now, the advantage of that means that... Oh, they've broken. Fantastic. So that's advantageous for us because we've now got our forces coming in from the side. Now, those guys should be ready to go, so let's unlimber them. And place these guys here. Those guys are good. Place them there. Huzzah indeed. So, what remains now is for us to close the door. See, loads of militia moving around here. But the good thing is now, hopefully, once these guys are set up, we'll be able to engage with serious firepower. Oh baby, look at that. And get them all firing on the cannons. You boys are about to have a bad day. Well, he's already had a bad day. Oh, there we go. More firing coming in from my fine British forces. The lobster backs for the win. And these guys are now moving in as well. Huzzah indeed. Let's hit them. Come on, guys. Let's move them around to there like that, I think. But they're about to have a surprise. Hello, boys. So we're dealing with that well, I think. These guys are now fighting back. We've got this cavalry coming in. Let's hit them. Actually, no, let's hit the general. See if we can do some kind of damage. Get those guys focused on the cannons. So we break up as many of their cannons as we can. Right. There we go. Horsey on horsey action, boys and girls. Then what we'll do is we'll move these guys over to here, just to give a little bit of an outflank. Get those guys engaged with the cannonballs. Get those guys pulling back. Out of the way. Come on, guys. Supposed to be pulling back. Silly horses. There we go. Yeah, they're breaking. Move these guys up. Make a nice line to engage them with. See if we can get a lucky shot on the commander. Might work out, we'll see. Over here. Good. They've got them on the run. Let's move these lines through the city. Let them chop them people down. They're still firing, so we'll shoot them. Let's get them to shoot that lot. And now, let's get the guys who are taking some of the battering to move up. Oh god, that's going to be horrible formation, but never mind. Right, where's my horses? Let's bring my horses in. Bring these guys back. And use them to sniff out the centre of the city. Ah, perfect. Enemy general has snuffed it. This is excellent news. Less so for him, but, you know, we don't so much care about him. Let's get the horses in. Get them charging in there. And then let's use these regiments to close this gap up. There we go, artillery's about to have a number done on it. Those guys can all be dealt with. Actually, no. Let's see. Yeah, get in there. Right, let's get these guys in. Spread across there, like so. And this regiment's here. We'll move into there. Let's get them running up. Get out of there, boys. Get out of there. I mean, looks like they've been surrounded. Let's run them past here, I think. And then these guys can do a number on them.
Our men are running, sir.
Oh, damn it. Oh, well. Put them in square as well. Let them deal with that problem. They should cause those entire... Yeah, look at that. Just brutal. Unfortunately, those guys did fantastically well, but... yeah, didn't go well there. Never mind. Okay, so we've got forces over here, so let's send our roving cav over to try and do some damage. Now they're trying to rush our artillery here. This is rather odd, never mind. Let's get the Portuguese cav into there.
Sir! Sir! Our general is under attack.
Really? How is he under attack? He's so far behind the lines, it's impossible. Let's bring up our regiment's support. Right, let's bring these guys out of square. bring them back to surprise. Okay. So these cav should go in for a number on that lot. There's our other cav. Yeah, they're doing a number. Get the general. Or the general's forces. Yep, that's exactly what that is. Get those guys engaged. And then we've got these forces over here who seem to have moved about a bit.
Glorious victory, sir! It's soon to be yours.
Let's engage them with some cannon, I think. Good, yeah, they're done. Let's send our remaining clippity-clops back. And let's also then put those forces there. Let's move them there. Screw it, just go and stab them, please. It's just easier. Okay.
Infantry elite.
Okay. Let's go and say hello to these lovely fellows with my cavalry. And let's bring up our regiment support here. Over to there. Get them running in. As they're fresh and happy. Yeah, run for it, fellas. Run for it. Yeah, it's not going to work. You're all going to die horribly. No, don't shoot at them. Shoot at them. Now, what are they doing? Get them moved back. Squirm. Oh, see you fellas. You want to stay for the party after all? What a shame. How disappointing. Stab them all. No, in fact, no, don't stab them all. Just shoot them all. You've had no fun yet, so might as well. And we'll have the cannon focus on you as well, just for added fun. Serves you right. And the cannon's still missing, so we'll tell them to hold fire. There we go. Stab. Stab. And limber to stop them firing, otherwise they will never stop firing. Let's continue. Yeah, 264. Yeah, go for the larger number. Finish off as many as we can. Get them up close and personal as well. And what are those clippity-clops left? No, I lost all my clippity-clops. Oh well.
Right away, sir. Infantry elite.
Get in there and commence stabbing. Oh well. They've all been routed. Are they all running as well? Yep, there we go. Let's end the battle there. Decisive victory! Hurrah! Good stuff indeed. We do like a nice decisive victory. So hopefully we've dealt a hammer blow to those guys. Oh god. He lost everyone. Holy crap. And he only killed 300 of my men. Bloody hell. Oh well. Sucks to be him. We shall peacefully occupy it. Right. Yeah. Let's peacefully occupy. Region captured. Cordoba. Excelente. And now, what we can do is this cantonment we shall repair. Now, what we will also do is we'll send our spy over to here to infiltrate, like. Go and spy. Spy things. Spy things. Anyway. There we go. Confident General. William Card Beresford. Thank you, William. Good job, sir. Now, in the meantime, let's see. We've still got our army here. That's not too bad. Obviously, we're going to have more reinforcements, hopefully, at some point. See, I would like to move. Well, now we've got that area, I'm moving that army over to here. The reason I'm doing that is because that now acts as a buffer. And all we've got to do is get that one. And it looks to me like they've got a reasonably okay guy in there. But they've got a small army. One of the Marmonts. So, the problem obviously is these guys.
Oh, hello. Looking and listening.
And I think we should keep those guys there. And see how Nosy gets on. Because we're repairing that, or we're making that so we can reinforce the numbers here. And then, I think, that might be a good situation. Oh dear, oh dear. I'm still a bit snotty, I do apologise. So, let's see.
Yes, my lord.
Those guys are on their way to there. So, I think what I'll do is I'll end the turn and see what the French decide to do. Because we've still got areas like this, which are kind of only being held by a single regiment, just to hold it, really. And areas like that with a small army in it. You know, it's nothing special. What have we got there? Merchant house. Plus 100, plus town wealth. Okay, so that could be good. That's nice, that's 900, but let's end the turn. So he's back there again. And they've raided there, which is our gunsmith. So let's repair that now. You can see we've got this guy coming from here, and that guy from there. What's he? He's right, okay. Because I'm wondering if it's worth just sending this guy here. Might be worth sending this cavalryman out to attack that guy. And they're saying it's 36 and 48. But he's got cannons and I've got horse, so let's give it a go. Granville Payne and Gerard Boulier. Boulier or Billier? I'm not sure. I could be incorrect. Incorrect? On the internet? Surely not. So, what we'll do is we'll get our boys. And we shall place him down here for the time being. And now let's run him in. So we'll get him over here. As here are the cannons. Who have not yet set up. go. There they are, all unmounting. I'm just hoping they don't get a lucky shot on me. That would be a tad depressing. Right.
Sir! Sir! Our general is under attack!
Wow, really? That's pretty good cannoneering, I have to say. They've just taken out like 5 men with 1 shot. Wow. That is pretty nutty, if you ask me. So what we do is we bring them around here. Because then if we can sneak them in around the side here, then I can hit them from behind and then they can't shoot me with those pesky cannons. Run, you fools. Don't just walk, idiots. Not sure I can't zoom out any further, but never mind. So at the moment they're shooting into the buildings, which is even funnier. Go. Get them. They've relimbered, so we'll see how it goes. Hello, boys. Yeah, no turning around for you guys. And enemy general dead. Sorry, fellas. Oh, God. Easily one of my best battles ever in the game. Never mind. Thank you, goodbye. Let's send him back. Now, in the meantime, this guy here, what I think I'll do is I will send 4 regiments to go and duff him up. There we go, 120 versus 1440. So, let's see how this boy gets on, shall we? Oh. And literally all I got to do is march him up, put him into square, and he'll die horribly. So it should be quite a relatively easy experience for us here. But you never know, you never know. You know, you've obviously been watching me go for a while, and you know that I have an extraordinary talent for snatching defeat from the jaws of victory, so we'll just have to wait and see how it turns out. That can be thrown away because it's broken. Anyway, so here are our boys. Hello, boys. What we'll actually do is we'll actually just put them all sort of there, I think. We'll put the general at the back. Let the 3 regiments at the front do the work. There we go. So, let's get moving forward, shall we? Get the general down there as well. Are they really just going to sit there? Is that what you're going to do, gents? You're just going to sit there? Okay, if that's what you want to do, then that's what you want to do. Make us march to you. Now, one thing I realised I never used is the old rank, file, turn right, turn left, all that kind of, and formations as well. Never really used it. I suppose it's just want more control over things, you know. So control 1, see, look, these are all the formations, single line standard, single line cavalry flank, right flank, double line standard, double line screen, you see, so they got horses and then they got cannon, integrated artillery, triple ground battery. So it might be helpful for things later, like other bits and pieces. We'll have to wait and see. Let's see. Yep, he's really sitting there. He's just sitting there. What I think we'll do is we'll move the regiments over to the one side here. And get the general there as well. So they're going to wheel to the right. My boys are marching. There's our drummer boy. Cadence marching for the win, ladies and gentlemen. Look at all these fine lobster backs, don't they look fantastic? Yeah, boys. I do prefer that drum cadence. He's not fluting. We're not getting our money's worth, gentlemen. Right, so the French remain immobile, but they won't for long. So what we'll do is, because I don't want to bore you guys to death, we're going to speed it up a bit. And then can move these guys to here and put the general in behind. So there we go, all the guys moving over. How are they looking? They're eager and they're fresh. We haven't run them at all. So that's good. So we're in the process of just getting them all there. See, look, high speed stuff. High speed lobsters. Lots of Dr. Zoidbergs. Anyway, let's see. Aha, we have movement. This, ladies and gentlemen, is how we're going to do this. Oh, come and play.
Sir! Sir! Our general is under attack.
Of course he is, you fool. So let's take them out and move them up a bit. And put the general up the corner here, I think. And get the remaining regiments to run. Put all those guys to there, I think.
General staff. Infantry elite.
There we go, enemy general's dead. Not that it was going to take much, but never mind. Let's move the guys up. And square.
Infantry, form square.
This should be a butcher. See you, fellas. Hopefully that's dealt with them. We shall have to see.
Victory!
Victory. Only 22 left.
By the left, march!
So we now have... Uh-oh. I better save it. But that's going to be the end of the episode, guys. We'll see you later.